Hello, it is me you're looking for. I can see it in your comments. I can see it in your likes. I'm gonna stop singing because I don't know any more lyrics. There we go. X Factor, it's a yes from me. Anyway, welcome back to another video from Pack the Van and Go. Yeah, so this week I took a little bit of a break. I'm going to quickly talk about something that happened last week, and it's linked to a previous video. If you haven't seen it, I'll put it up on here for you. I went to hospital. I went to hospital on Thursday. I went to a veterans hospital, orthopedic hospital, and met with a surgeon, orthopedic specialist, and basically went towards Shrewsbury Way, Oswestry, popped up overnight, thoroughly well looked after, being a military wing of a hospital, and I was literally allowed to go in early than my appointment was. Met a lovely nurse who looked after me called Sarah, met a great guy who runs the veterans ward called Brian. Got to meet loads of other different people. It was an amazing experience to be looked after well at an NHS hospital as a veteran. Anyway, long story short, had a number of x-rays taken, went and sat down with a specialist with the x-rays, and he talked me through what has actually happened so far to the knee. What it is, so imagine that's your knee, and to the front here is your kneecap. The top part of here, the bone has started growing around the kneecap. That's down to arthritis. The joint itself should be kind of level all the way through because of the cartilage. Mine has closed on the inside of the knee. And he basically said, kind of, to put an analogy on it, as you squeeze a jam sandwich, the jam squeezes out. What the inside of my knee is doing as I'm walking and putting impact through it is it's squeezing the cartilage out, sort of thing, which is making it very painful. However, I have done no damage to the knee, even though I've had 4 operations. There's no permanent damage done by what recently happened. So we wanted to reiterate what is happening is down just to wear and tear and arthritis, and to the trauma that the knee has already sustained in 4 operations. But he also said to me it's kind of psychological as well, that because of the operations I've had in the past, because of what happened and he doesn't know how it happened, to prolong the pain for so long that your mind kind of panics. And he said, I want you to now realise is you've done no damage to the knee, so go back to doing whatever it was you were doing, like hill walking and so on, and possibly it will happen again because of the amount of trauma. It maybe not, but you've done no damage, so get that out of your mind, which was a relief to hear. And then we talked about what's going to happen in the future. So I've got to go back in another couple of weeks and have a full-on MRI scan because I asked as well that I'd like to have the knee cleaned up as best as possible. He did say to me, 1, there's no damage to the knee. 2, I'm still too young, even though a full knee replacement will last 20 years. I don't need one because the knee's fine. And 3, just needs a clean up. So I think what they're planning to do, send me to an MRI scan, have a proper look inside, get an assessment from there, and then basically, as I imagine, just do a tidy up of the meniscus that's being pressured by the knee joint itself collapsing, and maybe trim other parts, I don't know, but just possibly give it a flush out, clean up, and then go from there. But from what I gather, if I do have anything, it'll probably be just day surgery, arthroscopy inside the knee, clean it up, and back out that day. So that's the update of my knee. So I'm happy. It means I can plan a few things now for winter in Scotland, which I've already started doing. So yeah, because of one of the things that I'd like to do, it means I'm going to have to leave the van when I'm in Scotland for possibly 24 hours in the middle of nowhere. So it comes on to the next subject, which is security of the van while I'm not here, and how would I secure the van when I'm not away, but also be able to keep an eye on it. So I've been thinking long and hard about some of the things. I've researched a few other people's videos again, and sought some advice from fellow YouTubers to go from there. So I think the first thing I'm going to cover is blink cameras. Now, I already have a large number of blink cameras. I think I have 5 blink cameras around the van. So yeah, and they've worked great. I always arm them whenever I leave the van, so they can spot some movement and all that sort of stuff. So what I was thinking was to try and get another couple of blink cameras and use them on the outside, because I don't have any form of CCTV as such, but a way of doing that. So what I've done is I've bought another 2 blink cameras. And again, if you don't have these are great, and I'll leave a link to the blink cameras, which I'm sure everybody has in this day and age in their vans. So 2 more blink cameras, and then what I've got is these 3D printed magnetic holders for your blink camera. So the blink camera goes inside, you unscrew this, the blink camera goes inside, and then that sticks to the outside of the van. So what I plan to do these is add them to the van once I leave. Now, if they get robbed, they get robbed. It is what it is. If they're still there when I come back, great. But I'll have either side of the van a couple of blink cameras. I don't think the magnets are strong enough, to be perfectly honest. I think the magnet should have been a lot stronger. I am going to look to see if there's a different way I can mount this, maybe to the mule roof rack through a couple of extra bolting points. We shall see if that is possible. But what I'd like to do is have these permanently onto the outside of the van. 2 blink cameras, blink outdoor cameras. So again, that's the cameras, and then that's the 2 brackets. So that's my first part of the security to add. So that will give me 7 blink cameras, 7 blinking cameras, all the way around the outside of the van. Hopefully that will work. Camera added successfully. Next. Where are you, camera? Right, that's added. So let's tighten this back up. Bollocks. The proof in the pudding is, can we see anything? That's looking down the side of the van. That's not bad. So again, that's not bad, is it? And working. So both sides of the van. I am going to probably look to drill some extra holes in them, because I don't think the magnets will be strong enough, especially when you're driving. So what I plan to do is literally get some bolts, probably drill some holes into the side of the roof rack, mount them, add the blink cameras into them, and hopefully they'll be permanently attached then to the roof rack. But yeah, outdoor blink cameras, security. There we go. Let us know what you think. What else do I have? Another security device that is already inside the van is a tracker. Now, I have one of these, and it is on my phone. And let me just try and it's by Car Lock. So, yeah, that's the app itself. So I've had this for a while now. So there is the app. You can see like the outer circle. Basically, you can just arm that So that's it, armed. And then obviously when you leave the vehicle, if the van moves outside of that outer circle, then it will send you a signal, an alarm to your phone to let you know the vehicle has moved. So again, along with the blink cameras, inside and outside, and the tracker, that's another way of doing things. My third option that I'm planning to go for, and I'm going to film this as I'm fitting it as well, is, and all of these products, by the way, I have not been given, and I'm not being sponsored by anybody. They have all been bought out of my own measly money that I try and generate through YouTube and such. So the third product is Vanguard. Now, I have seen this a number of times by other van people using them. I have again watched a couple of videos on how to fit them, what people think of them, and I also wanted advice where it was suitable enough that it is a deterrent. So I have ordered the 4-pack system. So the 2 big sensors go on the back door and the side door, and the 2 smaller ones go on the passenger door and driver's side door. And it comes with a number of key fobs, and then this control panel from which can go onto the main control panel as well. So you can arm it whilst you're in the van. This is a touch sensitive device. It is really loud from the reviews and all that sort of stuff. I've seen the demos of it. Basically that will stick to the outside through some NASA patented crazy shit, sticky stuff. And then basically as someone goes to touch the van to break in, it causes an alarm, and then that hopefully will scare it away. But add that to like I said, I've already got the tracker. I've also got the blink camera set up, all 7 of them, and then adding that to it as well will hopefully add another dimension to safety of the van itself. Fingers crossed. So this is one of the Vanguardians fitted to the van so far. So that is there. What you have to do with these is you have to pry this outer casing off using this tool, which then exposes the inner gizzards, and then you have to take this part out of that sleeve, which then exposes the battery. And then once you've done all that and pulled the sleeve off the battery tab to activate it, you're gonna have to clean the area with the 3M cleaning and then attach this to the van. So once you've taken this cover off, it exposes 4 screws. So you have to take those 4 screws out as well. So once you've removed the 4 screws, you're going to need to pop this out to expose the insides. So once you've taken this part off, there's a plastic tab which activates the controller device, and then this is your mounting plate which you then stick to the van. Remount that back using the screws and then remount the cover. Simple as that. So passenger door, sliding door, rear doors, and then the driver's door. They're all guarded. So armed. And that's the alarm. I think that should work, shouldn't it? What do you think? So what else have I got? Well, I will show you this in more detail as well. This is a locking system for the Peugeot Boxer. Now this goes onto the back rear doors, so it comes in 2 brackets. You take off the original bolts that come onto the back door brackets, you fit these, and then basically from the inside of the van you can pass this through the 2 connections. Sorry for my fingers, I didn't do that on purpose, honest. But this comes through the 2 brackets and then flips over, opposite way, and then provides another locking system. So the back doors from inside can be locked. So basically when someone tries to pull open the back doors, they will only go so far, because this is then restraining the back doors to a certain position. So that's another system for locking the back doors when you're not going to be in the van, or even if you are in the van, right, if you are needing that extra level of security to allow you to go to sleep at night. So again, pretty cheap, pretty cheerful, and easy to fit. There's been a million different videos and all that sort of stuff, but another way of protecting the van in case someone does try to break in. What else is well, the van as normal comes with its locking system, and it's also factory fitted alarm and all that sort of stuff. You could go to the lengths of fitting the mobilizer, which could be great, and I would recommend I think it's the Auto Ghost, which I had in previous vans and all that sort of stuff. But also another thing that I've got is a steering wheel lock. Now that can just be fitted as normal. I know that people come in the big disc locks that surround the whole vehicle, and the one I've got, it just slides through the steering wheel, locks into place, and can then restrict people from driving the van. You can also get a pedal lock as well, which I know a lot of people use, and the list can go on and on and on. The place that I'm going to is pretty remote, where I'm going to be leaving the van. So I think with the level of security that I have got, you know, like the blink cameras, the tracker, the Vanguardian alarms on the outside, the steering wheel lock, the factory fitted alarm, and so on and so on. And this on the back doors as well. You could say, you know, hopefully you're going to prevent something from happening to your van. It's also going to be parked up with other people's vans, so I'm hoping as well a level of protection by being strength in numbers, as we say, is going to help as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I've covered a lot of things. There are millions of other ways, and if you do have any ideas or tips or any gadgets that you've got reference van security, then please leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from them and hear your ideas as well, and so on. And again, fingers crossed that all of this will work. And I'll add some of the video footage of the different products as well, once they're fitted and tested as well, to give you an idea of what the quality is like as well. Anyway, as always, I like to waffle a lot of crap. We are, well, what's the date now? So it's coming up to the end of October. We're almost in November. The clocks went back yesterday. So, was it yesterday? Yeah. So the clocks went back. It's now getting dark. As I take Archie for a walk, I'm running out of time to get the van ready for Scotland. And I've got to make a real harsh decision on what I do over the next few weekends in order to get ready for Scotland. I have made a plan of where I want to go and what I want to do. I am going to be going for a couple of weeks, which is exciting. Going to be going for a lot longer than I initially planned for. And I'll kind of discuss that in another video later on. But yeah, we need to pull a finger out the arse, as they say, and get this van to a point of where I can get to Scotland. So come and join me on the next video at some stage soon. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.